And welcome, race fans. This is Donnie with Right Rear Racing. We're going to continue the series of the drivers' interviews with the Midwest Outlaw drivers. Today, we're going to have Aaron Huffaker, the 62R driver, joining us. And I believe he's there now. Are you there, Aaron?
Yep.
How are you doing today, man?
Pretty good. Got some
And
sun today, so I'm good.
that's always good. And I did forget to bring in on your intro there that you are also a co-founder, co-owner of the Midwest Outlaws as well. Um, how long have you been doing the owning a league or running a league, even dating back to your Xbox days?
Um, I started running leagues around 2018, 2019. Came across Gavin and a few others, Steve Cochran, and we've all kind of just we've deviated from ourselves, but we've always managed to come back together at some point or another. About 2022, I bought myself a computer and dabbled in iRacing a little bit, uh, just because I wanted to experience what it was like. Then the World of Outlaws game came back out on Xbox, and we kind of just stuck with Xbox till about last December, early January. And Gavin and I put our heads together and created the Midwest Outlaw Dirt Series.
And as a driver for the Midwest Outlaw Dirt Series, thank you and Gavin for doing that. And I know a lot of drivers would also say thank you as well. We've had them come over here to do their drivers' interviews, and that's all I hear from every driver is thank you for putting us together.
Yeah, I mean, Gavin and I kind of, I think, have the same look at this at the end of the day is as long as we put on a good show and have people wanting to come back and get nothing but praise, I don't see us doing anything wrong here.
Yes, sir. I 100% agree. Before I ask you my next question, we're going to go over to the YouTube chat. We have Mr. Hollywood asking, what is your favorite car to race?
Um, I would have to say right now, and this is going to be a little biased, being that I grew up around the Knoxville area, but I'm a big fan of the 360s and the 410s. I'm not, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty good at Knoxville and the 360s and the 410s. I like driving those. I like how you have to be on your toes on those, and it's most of the time throttle down.
Yes, sir. I totally agree with you on that one. Uh, you have to really mess with the throttle. Sorry, I was reading the chat as well while you're talking, but
You're all good.
I'm gonna jump on this one as well. I know that me and you've had a conversation offline after I did one of the post broadcasts about me calling out your number. Your number is 62R. What's the? Do you have any background behind that or anything?
So, with the Xbox game, I went to go and use my number that I was going to use for football, but we didn't have access to that, which was the 63, so I just went a step down and did 62. The R is a little personal for me. I have two children. My first one was a stillborn. Her name was Riley Sue, so the R is for Riley. And I try to incorporate something with child loss and stillbirths in some of my raps when I do feel a little sentimental on that. My other daughter, Ivy, she has recently been diagnosed with autism, so I'm pretty aware with the autism awareness too on that edge too. I didn't send you a picture of my sprint car because with the series that we have running right now, I'm not in the 305 class. I'm just flagging it, but I am running in the prolates and the street stocks.
Yes, and for the viewers, uh, with the autism awareness wrap that Aaron's talking about, we brought we went live for his Knoxville Nationals. You scroll down and see it, so that way you can actually see what his wrap looks like. And I mean, I'm sorry to bring that up with the personal issues like
No,
that, but
you're all good. It's one of those things that more people need to be aware of, and everybody has their own quirks in life, and mine just happens to be one of those. So,
yes, sir. And do you have any sponsors that you would like to give a shout out to?
um, I am grateful for my wrap guy, Outlaw Wraps and Designs. Gavin, he does good work. He got this around December, early January, and once we got him with trading paints and all that, it was basically off to the races for him. He always did crazy stuff over in the Xbox games for himself, but over here he's able to build wraps for everybody else, so that's good. Steve Cochran with S&T Promotions. He has basically done a big number on helping this league stay free for entry and free for everybody to come in and just run. It helps everybody just kind of relax and not worry about racing for money, I suppose, and we're all here to have a good time. And obviously, Right Rear Racing, you, Donnie, for getting post broadcasts out, trying to do live broadcasts, and just helping the community grow all around us. Because when you start up a league, it's not really just one person, it's a little village that gets the name out there. So,
Sorry, for some reason I'm muted my mic, but yes, sponsors gets us a long ways, and like you said, a village. We all have to try to get that name out to get the league going and build that foundation for the league that you and Gavin have both set. And like I said earlier, I'm not just saying it, but almost every other driver's saying it. Thank you for putting this league together, and hopefully we continue to make this grow.
um, I would just like to say thank you to the drivers for keeping our ambition in it and calling us out when we do a mess up, and we're all learning, so it's a new experience. And again, as long as you guys are having fun, I imagine the Midwest Outlaw Dirt Series is always going to be around.
And I hope it's always around because it's good racing. And I'm going to ask another question to you about your racing experience here on iRacing itself. What is one of your biggest accomplishments that you gotten?
Um, and iRacing as a whole,
Yeah.
obviously this year being in the second split of the Knoxville Nationals and finishing in the A main. Granted, I messed up myself and I sped down pit roads. I would have been in a 11th place, but I ended up being 15th because of that technicality. League wise, getting comfortable in the prolates. I know last week Jeremy Garner and I had a pretty good late battle over at Lernerville. I don't know what it is with that track, but I seem to have pretty good outcomes there when we are there. I know me and you raced in the last season for the street stocks, and it was a drag race to the finish, and that was good. Um, the micros, I was a big fan of those when they came out, but they've all kind of died off. So I kind of just went back to running street stocks and being around a bunch of fender guys. We run a lot of late models.
I
So,
think, with that being said, I think it's actually good for you to have some fenders on your car because racing's not racing without fenders.
I mean, you can say what you want, but sprint cars are rocket ships, so there's that.
Sorry, I had to say that one, throw that little jab to you. And I don't have any more questions for you. There's no questions coming in on Facebook or YouTube. So, again, Huffy, thank you for taking your time and joining in for the interview, letting these fans get to know you a little bit more. And again, I'm sorry that we went down a very personal thing about your number.
Oh no, you're all good.
But again, thank you for joining over here and giving us your time.
Yep. We are racing tonight, obviously, as everybody knows. So hopefully we get a good car count tonight, and I'm excited to see all the drivers come back that we've been having throughout this 8-week series.
Yes, hopefully we do get a good car count, and um, hopefully that you finish on the podium and we get to do a post race interview.
I don't know about all that, but we'll see. Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. You got fourth place last week in the pro lates, so anything's possible.
Well,
So I'm gonna give you, or go ahead and get off here with you, so that way you can get ready for your race that starts at 7:30
yes, sir.
in the street stocks.
Yep.
And then I can't remember off the top of my head where we're at for
Lin-
the
Lanier and the prolates.
yes Lanier and the pro lates. That's going to follow immediately after the street stocks, most likely.
Yep.
And both of those races will be covered here on Right Rear Racing for the live. It's not going to be a post broadcast. It's going to be a live broadcast over here. So viewers, please tune back in about 20 minutes for the street stock race, and that points championship is starting to heat up a little bit there, I believe. And maybe someone can catch Jaden and pass him for the points.
Hopefully. Huh. I don't know. I like seeing Jaden win though, but it could get interesting.
It could get
You go ahead.
it could get interesting, but we had some people not show up last week.
Yep.
Again, thank you.
Yep. Thank you, man.
Yep. And there you have it, guys. There's Aaron Huffaker. Get to know him a little bit better. And like we both mentioned earlier, we are going to go back live right here on Right Rear Racing to watch the street stocks presented by S&T Promotions. Then we're going to be following that up with the Pro Late model race that's presented by Right Rear Racing. It should be good action-packed racing for both classes. And just join back over here, and we will catch you at 7:30 Central Standard Time.